Hello students, my name is Kumari Neha. I am working at Bharati Dasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Kaveri Pakkam, and the lesson which we are going to see today is from class 8th standard and the unit 1. The name of the unit is measurement. Right students? So today first we will see why we need measurements. So here you can see in this diagram that there are two children, right? So they want to know who is taller. So how they will know that? They will know that using a meter scale. So her mother is keeping a meter scale and then they are marking the height of the children. Then they will get to know which child is taller, right? Second one, in a supermarket, the father when he goes and he wants to buy some vegetables or rice or anything, that time he should know how much amount he wants to take, right? What is the mass, what is the weight of that particular thing what he wants to take. For example, he wants to take vegetable. So how much he wants to take? Suppose he wants 1 kg. So here 1 kg is the mass, it is the weight which the father wants to take. So that is why also we will say that measurement is very important. Milkman. So what does the milkman give, children? Yeah, you are right. Milkman gives milk. So whenever your mother is taking milk from the milkman, she will tell how much amount she wants, like 1 liter, 1.5 liter or 2 liter, right? So for that also how much she is taking, that they have to measure it and give it, right? They just cannot take this 2 tumblers or they take this full bucket or take that full can, right? They need how much amount of milk you are taking. So for that measurement is important. Then the distance here we want to see. Here from school to house, children want to go to their place. So what will be the amount, what will be the distance, how much they have to travel? It can be from school to home or home to school. So the amount of distance they want to cover, it can be done by using the meters or kilometers also. So this is also a reason why we need measurement. And here last one, here you can see that there are 2 cars, right? Now the car number 7 is in front and car number 4 is behind. So how we will get to know that who was the fastest? Now here you can see by visually, right? By eyes you can see that here blue one is little in front and red one is little back. So how you will get to know what is the speed? So for knowing the speed, we should have the distance and the time. Only then we can tell who is the fastest, right? Now let's see why we need units. So units are very important for knowing a particular dimension. That can be meter, kilograms or even fever. If you are having how much degree Celsius your body temperature is, that is required, okay? So here we need 3 things for a perfect measurement. So why we need these 3 things is, first is the instrument. For example, you have a hot body. Now I want to measure how much temperature your body is. What I will use? I will use a thermometer. So that thermometer is the instrument. Standard quantity means it's a fixed quantity. So for the temperature, the fixed quantity is here in India, it's degree Celsius, because the temperature of the body is calculated in degree Celsius, right? And the third thing is acceptable unit. So here degree Celsius is the acceptable unit in India, right? Now here you can see that there are 3 common factors or 3 common systems. One is FPS, CGS and MKS. So here you can see that F denotes foot. Foot is what? Foot is the length. Second one, here P is pound and S is second. So students, here one thing you should know that whenever you are doing the calculation, the first one, that is this, centimeter and meter, they are for the length. What are they are for? Length. Same way the second numerical, that is here P, G, K, that is pound, gram and kilogram. These are for weights. What are these for? These are for weights. And the last one you can see that it is only SSS. So seconds, what is seconds, children? Yeah, very good. The second is used for measuring the time. So second, second and second, here it denotes the time. Right? So these are the main common system which was discovered. FPS, CGS and MKS. Here CGS and MKS are metric units. What they are? They are metric units. Metric, M-E-T-R-I-C. Why we are calling it as a metric? Because there is a fixed centimeter. Like the centimeter will be this much only. The meter will be of a particular length only. The length will not be varying, right? And this is not a metric unit. Now let's come to the international system why we are using this particular thing. So here there are many things. So first you should understand what are the basic quantities. The basic quantity is length, that is the measurement, mass is the weight, time is how much distance, or you can call it as what is the time to know that. Fourth is temperature, electric current, amount of substance and luminous intensity. So all of these are the basic quantities to find a basic unit, that can be a temperature, distance, speed or any kind of other details. So length is always measured in meters and the symbol of meter is small m. Kilogram is for weight, that is mass, which is kg. Second, I told you already, it is for time, and the symbol here is S, that is small s. Kelvin is for temperature. Kelvin is a standard unit where it is internationally seen. Okay children, here in India we see what? We see degree Celsius. Now let's come to the electric current. So electric current in details we are going to study in this lesson, that is ampere and it is capital A. Same way, amount of substance, like in a particular small thing, how much amount of particular small entities are there, that is known as in mole and the symbol is MOL. Same way, last is luminous intensity, the unit is candela and it is written as CD. So candela will have a trick for that. So now let's first see from the starting how they are being derived. Okay children? So now first let's see the temperature. So what is the temperature? So temperature is a physical quantity. Physical means just by touching you will feel that temperature. Okay? It is a physical quantity which expresses the degree of hotness or coldness. Hotness means sood, right? And coldness means it is very chill. So that of a substance, that is known as temperature. So temperature can be measured in three things. One is Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin. So Kelvin, I told you already, it is a standard unit. Same way, Celsius is used in India. So here in the diagram you can see that red always denotes when it is very hot. Same way, blue denotes that it is very cool. So here the thing is, you have to know what is the definition of temperature, right? Now let's come to the next topic in this. Next is electric current. So what is an electric current, children? Electric current, flow of electric charges in a particular direction is known as electric current. Now how will the formula come? Electric charge, charge means how much charging it's happening, okay? So at a particular time or how much seconds it's taking, that is being denoted by electric current. So here you can see that electric current is having the symbol of capital I. Amount of electric charge is always measured in Q because it is a quotient, right? Same way, time in small t. So the formula is I is equal to Q divided by T. Same way, when you are seeing here, I told you that it is measured in amperes. Why it is ampere? Because the scientist who discovered the electric charge, he told that the SI unit should be ampere, or else they can write by amount of electric charge divided by S. What is S, children? S is seconds. So here unit charge is ampere, and it is also measured in coulomb. Okay children? Now let's see why these particular things are happening. Now here you can see that what is 1 ampere. Here we have discussed what is ampere, right? It is a unit, SI unit. So what is the definition of it? So the definition is 1 coulomb of charge is flowing through a conductor. Conductor means what children? Conductor is a type of material or a substance in which electric charges, that is electrons, will move very fast, okay? In 1 second, that is in 1 second how fast it's moving, and the amount of flowing is said to be 1 ampere. Suppose this is a conductor, in this charges are flowing, right? In 1 second how many charges are flowing? That is equal to 1 ampere. Now let's see a problem related to that. So here in the problem you can see that if 2 coulomb of charge, so charge is what? Q. So here charge is what children? Charge is Q. Q is equal to 2 coulomb. Same way it flows through a circuit in time of 10 seconds. So T is equal to 10 seconds. Right. Now we need to calculate what is the current. So here we have seen the formula. What is the formula? Formula is I is equal to Q divided by T. So here what is the Q? Q is 2, time is 10. So this can be calculated and divided by 2 formula, that is 2 multiplied by 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. So the answer will be 1 by 5 ampere, right students? So the value is what? The current, how much it is flowing? It is flowing 1 by 5 part of the current, right? Now let's see what is the amount of substance. Now in the diagram you tell me how much coins you can see. Count and tell me children. Yeah, so the count of coins in this diagram is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So here the number of coins are 8. Now if I want to know one coin is having how many small entities, that is how many substance, how much amount of substance, that is known as the mole, right? So what is the definition of mole? Mole is defined as the amount of substance which is containing 6.023 into 10 to the power positive 23 entities. Entities here is nothing but it is a thing, that is a very small thing, okay children. Here you can take it as entities means small substances. So 1 mole is this much. Children, can you tell me where do you see this number? This number denotes something children. Tell me what? This, it is denoting one value. This denotes that it is the Avogadro number. What is this? Avogadro number. This is a fixed quantity for Avogadro number, okay. Here why the name is given as Avogadro? Because the person who invented, the person who discovered that what is a mole and he gave this value, he was Avogadro. That is why according to that it gave the name of Avogadro to it. Now what you can see in this diagram children? In this diagram the question is, why they are seeing, they are having something right in their phone, in their hand. Do you think that they are taking selfie? No, they are not taking selfie. Actually they are umpires which are present on the field and they are seeing that how much amount of light, that is how much amount of luminous intensity the ground is having. So that is why now we are going to discuss the topic of luminous intensity. So what is luminous intensity? The measure of power of emitted light, that is from the nature how much light is coming, that by a source of a particular direction, that is the light will come in a particular direction per unit solid angle. So children, here solid angle is nothing but it is the amount which will tell you that what is the angle. Okay, so here in a particular direction how much light is coming, that is known as solid angle. So what is the definition? Here the definition of luminous intensity is the measure of power of emitted light from a particular direction the light is coming, then by a source of a particular direction per unit solid angle is known as luminous intensity, and the SI unit of luminous intensity is candela. Why now this is candela? Now we are going to discuss that. So here you can see that we are saying it as candela. Now tell me what you can see here. Here you can see that there is one candle. Now the amount of light one candle is giving, that much amount of light is known as luminous intensity of one candle. That is why it is known as candela, right? So read the definition, students. The light emitted from a common wax candle is approximately equal to 1 candela. Here how much amount of light the candle is giving, that is equal to 1 candela. That is why it is known as luminous intensity. And the luminous flux or luminous power, that is how much power of light is coming, that is perceived by the light, and its SI unit is lumen. What it is? It is lumen. Lumen is not having a particular definition that why it's lumen. Okay. Now let's see why this is known as lumen. Now here I was talking about some plane angle and solid angle, right? Now let's see the first plane angle. So in this figure, children, you can see that there is a circle. In this circle there is an angle, right? This angle is equal to 1 radian. What it is? It is equal to 1 radian. So here the definition comes as plane angle is the angle made at the intersection of two straight lines. So here this line and this line is straight and it is joining at this position with an angle, that is why it is known as intersection, and the unit is radian. So here you can see that pi radian. Pi is what, children? Pi, here it is the circumference with the ratio of the diameter. Diameter is what? It is the central part where the length is too high. So 1 radian is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree, why? Because all the direction we are taking here, right? We are taking only the straight line here. If we want the full circle, it will be 360 degree by pi. Now let's see here. In this figure they are asking convert 60 degree into radian. So how we will do that? So 60 radian, first you have to write what is the radian. Here if you are writing pi, then what it is? It is 180 degree. Now you need to find what is for that. So you will write pi radian, which is equal to 180 degree divided by 60 degree. You will do that, okay? So when you are doing the calculation, what you will get the value? Here's 1s are and 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 13. So here it will come as 3. So the answer will be pi radian is equal to 3 degrees. So here this way also we can do, and there is another way also, okay? Now let's come to here. So here you can see that when you are doing the calculation, that time they are asking convert pi by 4 into degrees, okay? So here you will write pi by 4, and you know that pi is what? Pi is 180 degree. So when you are doing this conversion, that time you will get that pi, you have to keep it 180 degree divided by 4. So you will get what value? Here you will get as 45 degree, and this is the value of pi by 4, right? Now let's see the another problem in this. Now I have told you what is the plane angle. Now let's come to the solid angle. So in the solid angle they are taking a 3D image. 3D image is of a circle, right? Now here you can see that the solid angle is an angle formed by 3 or more planes intersecting from a common point. Now children, see in this diagram carefully, okay? Now here there is the point. Here one direction is like this, one is like this, and one is behind because it is like a cone, okay? And even this is a circle. So here the circle will have an area of r square, and this angle is known as ceridarian. What it is known as? It is known as ceridarian. So that is why we are calling it as a solid angle. Children, now let's come to the difference between a plane angle and a solid angle. So here main thing you can see that a plane angle will have intersection of 2 points or 2 lines. Same way here it will be 3 or more common point. Here it is always 2D, that is 2 dimensional, and here it is always 3D, 3 dimensional. So the second point is that, okay? And third is unit of plane's angle is radian. Same way for a solid angle it is ceridarian, right? Students, I hope you have understood how we have talked about all the types of angle in this lesson. To know more, you can go in the description box, see the question bank, study material and self-assessment. Once you are done with the self-assessment, just see that how much you have understood the lesson. Okay, till then we meet next time. Bye bye.